Hi everybody, hello, hello, and welcome to Saturday Morning Live. Yay! My husband got called out to help with a food bank thing, and so that gives me a couple hours. So here we are, and we are going to be making a list journal. How many of you that are out there are brand new and never gotten to come to a live video? Hi everybody. Hi Bonnie and Barbie and Tara. Hi Melinda and Donna and Lois. And let's see. We have Fantasia, Bubbles. I think that's, oh, I can't remember. Tola, maybe? Or Terry. Hi Judith. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, Bonnie. Hi, Marcy. Hello, hello. Hi, Melissa and Barbie. Okay, and everyone else coming in. Hello. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. I did make my cover like I told you I was going to make it. It's 9 by 9. I used the 9 by 9 wallpaper piece from my wallpaper kit that is in the Dear Julie Etsy shop. I cut it down. I cut 3 inches off of it because they're 9 by 12. And then I used 2 pieces of scrapbook paper. This one is behind that one and it's folded up. And then this one here. And then I stitched around the edge. And for some reason, all of a sudden, my sewing machine is working again. It's been, the tension on it has been really bad. And I didn't do anything except I did rethread it. Oh, headphones. Where are they? Why can't I just... Okay, we're adjusting headphones. At least we don't have the case on the thing, so there. Okay, headphones need to go back there or they end up in my way. Ooh, I think this will be pretty. Okay, so I have the cover there. I'm actually going to make one today, but I'm going to make 5 of these total, and they will be available in the Etsy shop. And the reason there's going to be 5 is I have these stickers I'm still trying to use up from last year, or last month's. I found another set of the stickers when I was cleaning out the closet. So I'm going to make a destiny, a dream, a laugh, and a bliss, and a beauty. And so later today, after this is made, the listing will go up. So the other thing is, I wanted to show you, look at what I found in my mom's stuff. It says, did anyone tell you it says you're today. You're terrific. Well, you are. I appreciate Lump because you can have anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want and less of what they don't want. The law of compensation. And look at enough spelled. And it's got daisies on it. So I have a whole stack of those. I think that this might be something I might add to the shop as something that we might do. How many have done the scavenger hunt? We have we have the scavenger hunt in going on in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie, and it is a looking around your house for items that I would normally have and use in my in my journal making. So I just wanted to use the scavenger hunt to kind of open your eyes to some other things that you might have. And I didn't see, did we have any new people? I was looking away. Okay. Okay, I don't see any. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Hi, Robin. Everybody got your job? I have the most amazing wrenches. I call them wrenches because you see that they've got their little wrench, and they divvy up their jobs, and they all do it, and they do it so well, and I am so grateful. So when I was going through some stuff looking for papers for this, I found some papers for the Flutters and Fairy journal kit. And I was like, oh my gosh, these are going to work with this kit too. Really, really well. So Flutters and Fairies digital kit. This is one of the mini journal pages, and you can see they've got the little flower fairies. And this is my old printer. I can't wait to print this on my new printer and see what a difference we have. We have the same little pansy girl here, but she's a fairy, and the blue cornflower fairy there. So I might use some of those in this as well. But I wanted you to see that is another digital kit that's going to work, and also that remember that the digital kits are all on sale for 50% off while we're home. And so here's my cover. I ripped out one of the pieces of the, so this is the page. This is the Vibrant Fairy Kit. And I ripped out this piece right here from the mini journal kit and backed it on some of that green paper that I've been using and some book paper. Added the little sticker, and that's, there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be 5 of these. So that's my cover. So I told you yesterday that's what I was going to have my cover ready. And now we'll go ahead and we're going to pick out some papers. And I do like to usually put in a small one of the, from the digital kit. If I'm using a digital kit, I like to use at least one small. And so I'm going to use this one right here that's got the music. And so I'm just going to cut it out, have it ready as one of my page selections. And we'll go ahead and fold it in half. And then these will go into my other stash. Hi, Jody. Welcome. Hi, Laura. Hello. Anybody else that I missed? So thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie just put in the link to the kit. So I did find this cute little hearts, and I might use those. And I did find these little Post-it notes, because I do use Post-it notes in my journals. And these were like, there was probably 3. No, I think I bought these separate. I think you got just the 2 of these. I do have another little set, and I don't know if these came in Happy Mail. And there was a regular one. Well, it's around here somewhere. So I have those that I might use. Oh, that's from yesterday. Okay, so I have this from a date book. Now, what I do when I use this is I go ahead and use washi tape or something. I'll keep the blessings one, but I'll cover the other things. But this gives me some lists, and I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half. Okay, because I like to use everything. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Hi, Carol. Good morning, or good evening. I think you're evening. Okay, I do have some of the pieces of the tablecloth. So this is a manufactured tablecloth, and I've cut the flowers off of it. It was a gift. Well, not a gift. It was given to me. So I guess it's a gift, but but it was given to me to rip up. So I have this parchment paper. It's 25 pieces. I had gotten it at Michael's, and I liked it because it's already cut at 8 by 8, and I can fit this into my journals. And this will give me the sound. Okay, so if you're if you like sound, parchment paper is a great sound. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put this up here. So here I have, you can see we had a little problem. The printer, ooh, that's actually kind of cool. I think I'll keep that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this part. I hadn't seen, I just pulled the paper out, went, okay, fixed it, went on to the next thing. But I'll probably keep that because that's kind of cool. But I'll keep it separate in case it's still wet. So this is part of the Vibrant Pansy Kit. So there are now 3 pansy kits. There's the pansy kit, the one that has the watercolor, it's actually egg dyed paper as the background throughout it. It's the one that I've been using in the ABC journal. I love the rattle and crunch of paper. And I love the different feels, like, you know, paper that they use in a Bible. Oh my gosh, compared to regular paper. So I have this, I've had this notepad for, gosh, probably 20 years. I remember writing on it. And it's got pansies on it. So I'm going to use one here and put the other 5 up so I have, or the other 4. So I have those for my, for the other 4 that I'm going to make. So I have this piece of wallpaper border that's also pansies. I'm going to set that aside. I might use it. I might not use it in this particular journal. But I have it. Okay, these are my cutoff pieces. I'm going to set those aside. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of the copy paper from Dollar Tree, actually. And so I'm going to do the creative folding with these. So the first one, I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. And you see I'm measuring it to the other piece. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here and mark it with my fingernail. And I'm going to fold it. Okay. Now I'm going to make these. This journal is made so that I can take 8.5 by 11 paper and use the 8.5 length, but I'm going to have to cut some off the side of this one. Okay, so we'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, so we need an actual, well, we can do this here. Okay, so for the width, I'm going to use this copy paper, and I need to be inside the 8.5 here, okay? So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to fold this in, and just make sure that it's inside here, okay? And I've got it even down here, and I'm going to fold it up, and that's going to give me a flap. So, okay. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to fold this in half. Okay, and that should be, it should be inside our, yeah, we're good. It's inside our cover. Okay, and our other one is inside our cover too, so we're good. Okay, I have 2 pieces of the parchment paper. I'm going to do the same thing with those. So one of them I'm going to fold up and make a pocket. Now, if you're not a pocket person and you just want lists, you can cut these pages straight so that they fit. I want to go up a little more. But you can cut these papers so that they're 8.5 by 8.5 or 8 by 8.5 if you want to. If I personally like to have the pockets. So, as you all know, I like pockets. Hi, Mari. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Liz. Welcome. Hi, anybody else I missed. Welcome. Happy Saturday morning crafting. Okay, so I'm going to use this green one. And we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to make a flap. And these will give me places to add in flip-flops if I want to. Okay, so I folded it, and then I'm going to fold it in half. Go, Kelly, go. Okay, so I'm not going to use the green paper. I originally had the green paper because I didn't think I had the blue, but you know I'm trying to use up the green paper. Okay, so I have this envelope, and I am actually thinking that what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to leave this open, okay? I'm going to leave this open, probably add something to it. I'm just going to take this over and fold it in half. Okay, so this is using a very large envelope, and I know some of you like measurements, and we just happen to have the measurement thing out because of the Y video. 8 3/4 is too long, so we're going to have to cut, or either cut it, or I don't want to cut it. I'm going to go ahead and make a pocket. This way. It's my journal. I can do whatever I want. Ah, very good. Hi, Vonda. Long time. Welcome. Okay, so here we go. So this is a large envelope. I've opened up the flap. It's going to give us this little flap, and this is probably a good thing. Now we have this little pocket happening here. The other thing is if you're doing this in a larger journal, you can fold it to the place, you know, 5 inches or whatever, and use this flap that you would have and add another, another piece of paper and make it a flap. But anyway, I've got these envelopes, and I've got a lot of them. So besides making envelope journals out of them, I wanted to come up with a way to use them in the journals that I'm making. So for a list journal, that is how I'm going to do it. Okay, so keeping with the color theme we've got going on here. Is there 2? Yep. Okay, just making sure. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut this. And so this, I mean, that's going to be, I have done that. Okay, I have done the little tiny journal pages like that. And, but what I'm thinking about for this one is this thing where I think we'll do the little, because I like that edge. I think we're good. We'll go with it. We'll go with the little. Okay, so that gives me 2 little, well, we can look and see what we think of that. Kind of like that. Get that little tiny blue piece going there, and that we don't lose any of our, okay, so I'm thinking that might be our flip-flop. I was planning on this to be a flip-flop. So you know those little pads you get in the dollars section at like CVS? That's what this is. Hi, Gail, welcome. And here we go. Well, don't forget, if you have an envelope punch board, you can also, oh, look at here, we've got some more paper. Okay, so there's a couple things you can do with this. This one is a really odd size. So a lot of times what I do with this is I just fold it up and fold it over. Okay, but I'm thinking for this time, we're gonna go with, I don't think we need more pockets. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in and then rip the edge, okay? I don't know, might as well get this one ready whether I use it or not. Oh, we just got a notice from our hospital that our nurses were asking for 1,000 lunch bags. I was like, well, I have them, but you know what? Mine are really old. I don't think that they, okay, so I have this, but I actually want to use this for another journal that I'm making. So I have the little ledger that I use a lot, and I get these at Staples. Hi, Joyce, welcome. Okay, and then I have two more of the steno, well, I have a bunch more of the steno papers, and the steno papers are a great list size. Like if you're making a list of the things you need to do this week, you know, this is a great list paper. Now I have list pads in the closet that have like little check marks and numbers and stuff, but I can't get to the closet right now, you guys. I cleaned out and got it all ready, and then I put some stuff in front, and then I hurt my back, and I haven't been able to move this stuff. So that's why we haven't had the count yet of how many 12 by 12 paper pads are in there, because I can't get in it. Just like there was a door on it. But instead, it's boxes of other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. And then I'll go back over what we have here in just a minute. So I have this ledger paper. It's a really big one. The bummer is it's only one-sided. That's kind of, to me, that's a bummer. But I'm really glad to have it. I did not purchase this. Somebody gave it to me, so I really like it because it was free. Okay, we'll just go ahead and... I love ledger paper in my list journals. And we are going to have to cut this. I think this is the one that we have to cut a little bit. Maybe not. Okay, nope, this is the one that we don't have to cut. I have several different ledger books. The portrait 8.5 by 11 I have to cut. That's what it is. Okay, so there we go. And then now I'm down to my, this is the collage page of Vibrant Pansies. I absolutely love this page. So I know that I want to use it, and I'm thinking border tucks on either side. So I need to get out this. So this pansy kit, the Vibrant Pansy Kit, has 47 files. Many of the files or the pages you get both in Vibrant, which is really, you know, just the vibrant picture like this one, and you also get them in a vignette, or a frosted antique looking. And so you get all of those, and I think it's, I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful kit. So here I'm just going from the two sides of this. Now I can do this because I know that I think this is going to be my cover page right when you open the journal. I think that's where I'm going to put this. And so I can use all the way to the edge. Because the other thing about list journals, I don't usually put lace or trim or tabs on the sides of mine because I use them, when I have them, I use them a lot. And this is also the type of journal that I like to make for a gift for the people that might not use a regular journal. They seem to like and to use the list journals. I get notes that they say, oh my gosh, I love it, I use it. It's like, oh my gosh, yay. Okay, so I have my doily. These are this right here is the doilies I get at the Dollar Tree. And you can, sometimes they'll have the package of just this 9-inch size or 8-inch, 8.5-inch size. And then sometimes you have to buy the package that has the 3 sizes. I love the look of doilies with pansies. They remind me actually of Loretta. My Aunt Loretta had one of those violet stands in her big window, and it reminds me of that. So I really like that, but I don't want to lose that. So the doily's going to go somewhere inside. That's okay. Okay, so we have, what do we have left? We have this. Where did I put the ephemera pages I was going to use? Okay. Okay, well, so how are we going to use these? These are going to need, she's going to need to be a flap, okay? So this is from the Flutters and Fairies, or Fairies and Flutters digital kit that's in the Etsy shop. And she's going to pretty much have to go like all the way. It's like, how do we use these in here? Okay, well, we can go ahead and one of the things that you can do is add some washi tape. I got this at Dollar Tree. I actually bought it for the mermaid journals and then forgot to use it. So I'm just going to add that. It'll cover up that line. If the line doesn't bother you, then you don't need to do anything with it. Okay, so we've got her covered. Okay. Okay, so that's what we'll have. Oh, we'll go this way. Okay. So that gives us that page. Then, just like we've done with the other, I think we'll use this one here. Look at the little lily, the little lily girl, the little lily fairy. So that kit is also available in the Etsy shop. Okay, what am I missing? Hi, Mary. And Sorry, just looking to see what I missed. And let's see. So this gives me another small piece to put in. And of course you can turn these little ones. This was part of the mini kit for that. Okay, there's most of the digital kits have a mini digital kit in them. You can make a journal this size out of the mini journal kit. Okay, so let's go ahead and look what we've got here. You know what though? I wanted the, hold on. Sorry, I have my other pieces that I pulled out. Okay, so we're supposed to have one of these. This is from the Vibrant. And the envelope. And we already have, so you see the one that got ruined in the printer? This is the other image that would have been on there. And these are large tags that you can use in your large journals. Or I'm going to show you right now how you can fold it and use it as a page in your journal. So I have, okay, there's one more page. Where did it go? I'll look for one more second here. There it is. Okay, so the other page that I have is the 2 large receipts, and I was like, wow, we can use that in our list journal also. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. This journal, the cover is 9 by 9. My pages are 8.5 by 8.5 or 8 by 8.5. The up and down is 8.5. So the pages will all be 8.5 or under that this way. And then this way, 8 to 8.5. The 8.5 ones, I will use those most, closer to the inside. They'll be on the inside and outside because of the creep. And so then we'll have this to use. And I was going to, did I use that yesterday? Well, you might not have seen it yet. So, okay, so here for this one, I'm going to go ahead just to give it a different look. And I'm going to just rip the edge, okay, for both of them. That just gives me a different look in the journal, which I like. I'm going to cut this just a little bit. So this is meant to be ephemera. These are large tags for a regular large journal, but we are going to go ahead. Let's make sure it fits within our template. It does. And this gives me another page for the journal. Okay. And so there we have that. Now this is the envelope that's in this is the Vibrant Pansy Journal. And so if you finished your February journal and you went to the VIP party, you received the Antique Pansy Journal Kit. Okay, it works really well with this. Even has some of the same pages, but that entire kit is all antique. It all has the frosted look to it. This kit has both. And this kit has the Vibrant page to most of the pages from that kit. I hope that makes sense a little bit. So this envelope that I used in this, and I deconstructed the envelope, and yes, we lost a little bit of it when I deconstructed it. But this envelope is over 100 and something. It was from the 1800s. It had a Christmas card, and in it, that was really cool. It was like a little booklet. So, and that will be in one of the Christmas kits that I'll put together for this year. So that gives me 4 pieces of ephemera. So how are we doing over here? Hi, Kat. You'd use yours. So the other thing I forgot to tell y'all was this is the mini challenge in the challenge. Number 2 for April is to make a list journal. So your list journal needs to have, you need to use an envelope somewhere in your journal. You need to use a, you need to have a cover that's decorated with at least 3 items. And that can be, like I did. I mean, it can just be a layered. So here's our envelope. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. And it's going to look really cute in the journal. We're going to actually put this as a page. Actually, no. I'm going to glue it together. Am I going to glue it together? Okay. We're going to glue this differently. We'll do this in a few minutes, though. I was going to put it in the journal, but I think we'll go ahead and put it on an edge on a white page because there's a lot of white pages in here. So the next thing that we want to do is this little goodie. Okay, so you'll see this kit has, I think it has 3 different ones, and it has them both in vibrant and the soft. Okay, so I made these to be large tags, but they make great pages. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make her our right side page. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tear this. And you can use a ruler. I like the edge. My thumb is giving me a hard time today, so. Finally, no rain. You guys, we had rain the whole week. I live in the desert, and the specific area that I live in, when it says we're getting rain, we don't actually get it. Melinda, you're going to need a zip file opener to open zip files. If your computer does not have zip files, then you'll need to get that or an app. Oh, you've tried a few? Oh, good. Kelly's got you, and she's our techie. Go, Kelly, go. Go, Kelly, go. Thank you, Kelly. I am not techie at all. Okay, so this is going to be my other page. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. So this is going to be a page right here. And this is going to be a flip page. Okay, so this, you're going to, in the journal, you're going to open this and it's going to come to this page, and then you're going to be able to turn it over and you're going to have this flip. And we're going to need to take a little bit more off the edge. You can use a ruler. Yeah, ain't that the truth? As long as you have Google University or YouTube University and Google, you can figure it out. That's true. And time. That's the other. So I'll create, Kelly will find out the answers for us right now. So thank you, Kelly. And Bonnie, because Bonnie goes out there and finds out a lot of answers for us too. And so there you go. So this is how, one of the ways that I use the large tags, and then they can be in the journal as a page. Now, my new computer does not print borderless. It's got a lock on it, so I've got to figure that out. So unfortunately, I have borders on my pages. It's okay because I am not going to distress this journal. So there is going to be the contrast of the old and the new. Hi Sharon, good morning. Welcome. Okay. So yeah, Bonnie is behind the scenes. Okay, so we have picked out several papers. And the last papers that I am going to use, where did they go? Okay, they disappeared, so we'll grab out a composition book. So you know that I take the composition notebooks and I cut the strings in the center, and that gives me side-by-side pages that are in the right look. But I want, nope, that's wide. I wanted college ruled, but I guess there's no college ruled right here. I also have gotten from Staples the grid ones. So if you are if you're planning to redo your kitchen or your garden, the graph ones might be a good one to add. So I'm going to go ahead and just put graph. You know what? We'll do 2 of each. And I'll put this up here with my 5. Okay, so this will give me just regular. Yes, I did, Marcy. I got the 62, the HP MV 6250, I think it was. I got a crazy, crazy deal at Target. Apparently somebody ordered it online from Target and then didn't pick it up or something. The box was not even opened. And I got it way, 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 way under $100. Way. And then, oh, and that's right. And that day, I got my 5% off Target thingy. And then they had, yeah, it was crazy. They had an additional 5% off if you used your red card. So on top of getting it on such a great deal, I got it, and it wasn't clearance, so I also got the 5 and the 5. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I haven't figured out how to borderless print. It says can't do that application or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the bottom of this just because oh, I don't need to. I was going to cut the curvy edge, but I don't need to do that. You are funny, Kelly. Fill my basket with likes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just measure this at 8.5. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to measure this at 4 1/4. That's 4.5. 4.5. 4 1/4 would be 8.5. No, we want to go to 4. 2, 3, 4. I'm doing under because I don't want to have to cut it later again. So that gives me 2 lined pages. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go with 8.5. And then how wide are we here? We are 7.5. If we just cut, rather than, oh, you know what though? I like having the little note papers. Okay, so we'll go to 4. Because I do use those little notepads. This right here. I can also use it to back some of the... So Kelly has you guys looking for the missing likes, like they're eggs. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so now the other thing about when I put together a list journal is I am not as worried about that things are going to get added in. This, for me, is more about making the list. So this is a great project if you are a lister and you like to list. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and okay, so let's put our pockets are here. Our flips are here. These are the pages. We know this is going to be the front. And I'm going to make this the center. Okay, so this is going to be my center. And then this is going to be added later. Okay, these are my and then we have the little pages and our big envelope. Just looking to see what I got here. Make sure that I get everybody in and figured out. I look at it one more time. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. We've got the big envelope. Okay, we have the little envelope, but we're going to use that differently. We have the 2 large receipts. We have the collage page. It has been folded and it's got little borders on it. We have the little fairy page. We have the 3 large tags turned into pages. We have another set of the receipts. This was from the large tag page, and it was the one that went through the computer and got messed up, but that's okay. And then we have a fairy page, and we have another little page. So we have 2 little pages, and then all of that. So this is going to be our center, and this is going to be our inside cover page. Okay. Now, as for folded pages, we have the parchment. We have a pocket and a flip. Okay, so parchment paper, pocket, and a flip. Dollar Tree copy paper. We have a pocket and a flip. We have a doily and the noisy paper. We have the large ledger paper cut into 2 pieces. We have 2 pieces of graph paper. Now, when I put these in, I leave them together, okay? Because usually if I'm designing something, I'm designing it all together. And then the lined paper, we have those 2. Then we have from the steno pad, we've cut 2 sets of 2. From the dollar pad from CVS, we've got 1 and 1 folded already. From a journal that I had, I think I got this at Dollar General, you guys. They have them, and they have their ring binders, and you can just take the ring out, or you can rip them out. This one I ripped them out, and then I just cut the holes off. This is from a journal that I had, and I'll go through and cover the ones that I think I need to with washi tape. There's this little ledger. We have a small envelope. We have some more noisy paper. Okay, so that is what we have. I usually will do 25 pages when I get there. Hi, Terry. Welcome. Hi, Sheila. So let's go ahead and get started. So we've got, this is going to be our beautiful front cover page. I love this page. So opening it up, I still want it to be really cool. Really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and add this pocket. So we'll have a border and a pocket, but I'm going to want something in between. So we're going to add this and maybe one of the a little butterfly. Okay, so we've got this stacking thing happening here. And I think, you know, it's usually, for me, a good idea to jump right in. And if this is, I usually do a project list, like early on, like an everything kind of list. So there we go. Okay, so that gives me some list pages, and I think it looks really pretty. So here we go. You know what? You can always turn your page inside out. Sometimes I fold it inside out on purpose because of it's easier to see. But it's always okay to turn it. Okay, so I think because of, yeah, that's going to be really cool. So that'll be my first page. You open it and you see by turning it, I get this edge over here. I really like that. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll go straight into some of the grid paper. And I think we're going to need another. We'll go ahead and add this because this one's going in the center and it's kind of really, it's the same, even though they came off different pages. So I'm going to put that right in there and go to, let's see, we did a pocket. So let's do a flip out in the front, okay? So this will give me a flip here. Noisy paper, something pretty. Kind of interesting, put two pages that are not really useful next to each other, but I like that look. The other thing about a list journal is making it pretty. I find that I actually use it because it's pretty. I'm going to go ahead and add one of these. And that's the other. Add the lined paper, and I'm going to leave them together. So if I have a bigger project that I need to keep track of, that gives me a place to do that. This is our other flip, and I want it to flip in the back. So since there's no orientation to this, I can actually turn it and have it flip in the back. So there we go. And that will give me that. Let's see. So we have, so that is our look there. I like it. So you see, we open it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm not going to count these two because you really, at this point, can't do anything with them. However, if you put like something like this on it and made that into a pocket, then, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to save this whole piece for the center. Yes, I did just do that. Okay. So here we have these beautiful. Okay, we have our pocket. I'm going to put this. This is our envelope. And it's going to look really cool here. So this is going to open up. It's going to have a pocket. I think we'll add our this. And we have this. And you don't have to use everything that we picked out, of course. Oh, you tell it it's okay. Thank you. I will try that, Marcy. Wow, I just happened to look up right as your comment moved up out of the way, but oh my gosh, thank you. I will try that. That probably will work, I would think. Okay, so if I put that next to that, because the other blue one is way over there, and then we add our fairies. Okay. Are they going to be okay, or are they going to stick out too much? They're going to stick out, and I don't want, so they need to come in closer. Okay, so I brought them in closer because I don't want them to creep out, and they already have a fold. I don't want to have to cut off the fold. I don't mind cutting the ones that are pockets like this one, but I don't want to have to cut a fold. We should be okay because we've got like a full, what do we have? A full 1/4 of an inch, 2.5 of an inch to before the, okay. Okay, so I think we've used all of, make sure we're in the right orientation. We are. Hi, Carrie. Okay, so this one is, so I think we're going to switch those. Okay, we're going to switch the two light blue. Okay, so that's going to go over there. This one's going to go here because it has a side and I don't want to have to cut it. And this one will go here because I can cut the edge of a pocket. That's not a bad thing. So how is everybody? So don't forget, check out the beginners, the Junk Journal Beginners series. Within that series, there is a free digital kit, and the information is in each of those videos. So, and it's kind of fun. We're going through a lot of different kinds of things that you can do and make with the journal, and most of it has been using items that you probably have around your house. I've really tried to do that. It's like, why didn't I do that from the beginning, right? It wasn't coming out even close to straight, so there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got. This is, and see how many pages we have. Okay, see we're all clumpy together. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, not counting those, 21. So we can go ahead, and I am going to add some more lined paper. So we'll go ahead and add the steno paper in, and that'll give us 25 because it is a list journal. So I'm going to add that steno paper there. And this steno paper here, and that gives us 25. We're not counting the doily, and we're not counting that parchment paper. Okay, so lots of lined paper in here. Yes, and like Bonnie says, make sure you show us what you're making with the free kit. It's available in the Dear Julie Scrap All About with Dear Julie Facebook group. Everything goes with everything. So this is my cover that I made with my 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Yes, your paper counts as an item, okay? So for the mini challenge and the challenge, we want your list journal to have at least 20 pages. You're going to use at least one envelope, and digital or magazine. So if you don't have a digital, you can use a magazine, and then a variety of papers. And so there we've got it, you guys. Our journal is set up, and you know how I love to bind a journal on camera. Not. But for this one, I'm going to, because I want you to see that, look at, we're only at an hour. And if I was just doing this, it probably could do it and faster, because I would just be doing it. I wouldn't be thinking how I was going to tell you what I was doing. I'd just be doing it. Okay? So if you are looking for a way to do it fast, I already have my template. I use either lined or graph paper. Cut it usually to the length of my inside paper. This is for a single signature, okay? And then I fold it in half, and then I count the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we started at the half mark, so I put a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, half mark. And I did the same thing in the other direction. I use a 5-hole pamphlet stitch because I use other sized papers. If your whole entire journal you don't use the little papers, then you can do a 3-hole or even a 2-hole pamphlet stitch for it. So this time, we do want, for the mini challenge, we do want you to bind it. Okay, so you can do a 2, a 3, whatever, pamphlet stitch, or any of the fancy stitching if you want to do fancy stitching. So there, I'm using my 4 clips. I've got my template in here, and sometimes I forget that my template is in here, and I actually sew right through my template. It's okay, because you can just pull it out. My template is off center here. Wow, it's holding really good. It's holding really good. Okay. Okay, so then, now you can use like a large book. Some people, there's like a cradle that they've made that they put it in. I will usually use, it's not here. Oh, there it is. I have these mouse pads. I have a variety of them. Okay, so I buy the mouse pad that has the really cool paper, and then I've got a mouse pad to use on my desk. I'm reading, you guys. Okay. Okay, so this is my pokey tool, and I have found that this works really well for me because I have issues with my thumb, and this I've been able to control. I do have a couple of awls, and sometimes you'll see me bring those out if I'm struggling, and then I just go ahead, and you see how I'm moving it around. I'll move it around a little bit, and I didn't get my string ready. I'm just going to use crochet thread. Somebody asked me what size. I don't know because I've never actually had to buy it. All of this has been given to me, and they're all different, actually. And then the other thing I do is I use the smallest needle that I can thread with the thread that I have. That's how I do it. I do have, oh, they're gone. I don't know. Oh, I know. They're in my binding kit. So I have a little binding kit. So if Tom comes home today and says, hey, let's go to the cabin, I have my binding kit and I can just go ahead and take it. I took a roll of string and put it on some toilet paper, a toilet paper roll, and smashed it so it would fit in here. And so oh, there's the needles. So anyway, so I have, this is a binding kit that I can just stick in a bag and take with me. Let me show you the needles that I have found that I really like. For the cover, you can use anything. You can use scrapbook paper. Fabric works really well for the cover, especially if you're able to sew it. So these instant threading hand needles for knits, lingerie, and elastic. They're home repair needles, and they are so easy to thread. Okay, I really struggle to thread needles, and I save all of my struggle for the sewing machine now. So you just pull it down and it goes into that little thing there. I got these at Dollar General. Okay, so and then you've got all these. So if you, a lot of those you can use on journals as well. So just want to show you. So this is my needle. So what I did was I went ahead and I figure 3 full lengths and some more. And I do that because I have found I really like to add the extra things to the bottom. And the other reason is having the extra piece to not worry that my thread is going to go through. It still does a lot, and usually on camera. Okay, so there I was able to just go ahead and put that through. And with a single one, a lot of the times now I'll just go ahead and get my my hole started so I know where it's supposed to be, and pull out the template. I can see where my holes are supposed to be. I can go ahead and start with my first one before I move everything around for the second one. I leave about that much of a tail, and so we're going to go through the center, come out the back, go up through the back. I now need to come up here and make this hole better. Oh yes, a 9 by 12 envelope is a great cover also. So envelopes are a great cover. Okay, so back through. Okay, and then I'm going to come through here. So I'm coming back to the back. Easier said than done. Okay, so this is the place that sometimes I'll get kinked up on the other thread. And I found if you get messed up, if you find yourself pulling that thread, unthread your needle, pull this back through, because when you've sewn through your thread, you're compromising your binding actually. So back through the center, and now we need to go ahead and add these holes, and you can see I'm going to make sure that I'm still in the center here. I'm going to use where I just barely punctured my hole. I'm going to turn it this way where I have a little more, so my hand is holding it here, and I'm able to go ahead and maybe push it through and round it out. Okay. Oh, we're coming from the back this time. So there is a video out there where how not to bind a journal, and it is just about every mistake you could make. I made it in one video, and I went ahead and put it up anyway because it was like hilarious. I went around like I almost did there. My needle broke, I think. Things came unthreaded. I left the template in. I think I started out by pulling this string all the way through. It was all the things that could happen. So now for the last time, I'm going to go ahead from the back and through. And then I'm going to go ahead and come down here. And I've been making sure that it's pretty tight. You want to make sure that your threads are tight. And let's see, so if I pull that, so you can go ahead and pull this one, and that should pull through. Pull this one. Okay, and then you want that really tight, otherwise your journal is going to move around and be wonky. You don't want it wonky. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and double tie it. And while I have my needle in, I'm going to come down and I'm going to add some sequins because I have them. And since I have my needle in, I'm going to use the ones that don't have, so I have some that don't have holes. Okay, so I have a couple of green flowers. Oh, I have purple flowers with holes. I have a purple flower that doesn't have a hole. And I have some bees. So, yeah, so this is a place that I like to use my sequins. And I'm going to start with this cute little one that does have a hole. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through it. And I'm going to tie it in. Okay, double tie it. There we go. Okay, then I think I like the little green one, and I'm going to give it a hole. So just because the sequin doesn't have a hole doesn't mean you can't use it. If you don't have sequins, you can go ahead and you can use fussy cut images. You can either sew them like we're doing here, or you can come back like this, come back through that, and that will keep it like this. This other one's going to kind of flail around, but this one will be like that. And again, since I have the needle, I'm going to go ahead and grab a bee. Hi Karen, welcome. Okay, so a bee. So I'm curious, Is anybody out there brand new to the Dear Julie channel? We'd love to welcome you. Ollie Ollie auction, free. Come on out. Come on out. Say hi. Okay, so go ahead and add a little bee. Okay, and I'm going to add one of these purple butterflies that okay, and so the butterflies are a little bigger, and we can go ahead and give them 2 holes. Okay, so that little butterfly is going to hang off the end. I really like butterflies to hang off the end. And I have this little package. And we have, oh, I don't want green, I want blue. I want blue. Okay, so go ahead and add this little butterfly. And back through. Okay, and then I do have this is from one of those bracelets at Michael's, and I buy those when they're like half price, and I have a coupon, and they're elastic bracelets, and they're really cool because they have, these are already, they're already ready to be a charm. Okay, so highly recommend them. Now I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to tie into the butterfly just to finish this off so that I don't end up with a string hanging off down from the charm. Yeah, Sheila's been here, you guys. She's a reg. And that's good. I'm so glad to have all the regulars. Yay! Okay, so no new people, I guess. Oh, love to scrap for fun. She's new. Love to scrap for fun. Did you come from Scrappy Like a Fox? Just curious. Just curious. So you guys, I did just find, well, I'm redoing the guest room, and in that, I have discovered that I really need to be scrapbooking. And I mean, like, I need to. And so I will be doing that a little bit, and I think I'm going to do it on Thursdays, a throwback Thursday kind of thing, because the pictures that I have, yeah, Sheila Blair, Sheila's been here for a long time. Hi, Catherine, welcome. Yeah, yep, we've had her for a long time. Hi, Sheila Bates. Welcome. So we have lots of Sheilas now. Welcome, Sheilas. We got the Sheilas and the Terrys. Lots of Sheilas, lots of Terrys. Welcome to all the Sheilas. And I see, yeah, I was slow. Sorry. You guys are talking pretty fast today. Talking pretty fast there. So, okay, so what's going to happen here is I'm going to add another butterfly, Now I'm going to add a flower. And then I have a charm that is this color. We'll add the purple flower. I have a charm that is like sparkly blue with greens and all the colors and the purple and stuff in it. And I'm going to add that onto the bottom, but I don't have it right here. It's over in the broken jewelry drawer, one of the broken jewelry drawers. So yeah, so some of the things we've got going. Don't forget this little project here is the mini challenge in the challenge. You're to make a list journal with at least 20 pages. It needs to have an envelope, and you need to have images in it. They can be from a digital or from a magazine. And you need to decorate your signature pieces. And so your signature, you need to decorate it with something, okay? So you can do the little glued on pieces like I did in the Just Junk Journal challenge in January. But we want your center of your signature to have a dangly thing, okay? Rather than doing a tassel this time, we'll do a signature dangly thing. Oh, you're not. Okay. Well, that's a really great scrapbooking if you're a scrapbooking kind of scrappy person. There we go. Okay, so here we go. We are bound. So I have my 4 clips. They're going back in the drawer. My pokey tool back in the drawer. My mouse pad back in the spot. You're talking fast because you're lonely. Oh, I'm so sorry you're lonely. Oh my gosh, you guys, last night on my Facebook, there were 6 posts in a row from my friends that they posted something and they said, yeah, I'm bored. And then somebody else posted something and said, yeah, I'm bored. Okay, so the next thing I do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to waste your time, but I would go through and fold each of my pages so that it's easy to work with, okay? I'm not going to do that. But I am going to go ahead and start gluing pockets. And the measurements, my cover is 9 by 9. I do a 9 by 9 cover with a 9 by 12 inside piece. A lot of times I'll use double-sided paper. And so it's 9 by 12, and then it comes up and you get a 3-inch pocket, or somewhere around a 3-inch pocket. This I was using a scrap piece. Or this one has a paper that is 9 by 9, and then a 9 by 12 paper that came up and gave me the pocket. My pages are 8.5 this way, and between 8 and 8.5 this way, and then with, and then of course with the little ones, okay? So, and one of the greatest things, you guys, is since I redid the closet, since my husband took the doors off the closet, and I've redone the paper in my closet, is being able to use these single pieces, of scrapbook paper that I have, and being able to actually find them and use them. So that has been awesome and amazing. Okay, so this is going to give me a border place that I'm going to be able to take something and put it in right into that spot. And not that, because it's too big. But something. And see, now I would go ahead and print these on, not on copy paper, but print them on cardstock. But I printed the whole kit on copy paper. So the kits that I'm using, the digital kits, I'm using the brand new Vibrant Pansy from the Dear Julie Etsy shop. That's this one here. And it has 47 files. you get both the vibrant and the frosted antique. And then I'm also using, this is from Flutters and Fairies digital kit. So the little cornflower girl here is from that. And I think we're going to turn her into a flip-flop. Oh, I like that. So flip-flop. This is one of the things that I do because a lot of times I'll over-decorate a journal. And when I do that, it means that there's less pages for people to write. And so, there we go. So I can go ahead and I folded it in half, and now I'm going to fold, and I'm going to get between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch gutter, and I'm going to try and have my edge down here straight, okay? And okay, so that gives me that. I've got 2 pages here, so this is going to be a double flip-flop. This is one of the things that I do, again, to add journaling space because I tend to decorate. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this edge up and lay this in to the gutter and then press it down. Okay, so one of the things, you can just go ahead and add one. Okay, so now what we've done is we've only lost that little tiny piece on the other side of writing room. But we have all this writing room. We can write here, we can write here, we can write here, and we can write or draw here. We can add something, something to there if we want to. So that's a single. Now to make it a double, we can go ahead and come back and do the same thing right on top of that one. Okay, so just adding glue to that. And again, holding this up, putting this in the gutter, lining up our pages, especially because we have pages that have lines on them. Okay, so there, now we have a double flip-flop. And the way that it got its name was originally I would put this onto the actual flip, and it literally would flip over. But a lot of the times now I don't put it on there. Hi Lisa, welcome. So here we go. There we've got that. So another thing that we can do to add paper is by adding a flip of papers here. But we want probably to put something that's that's different. Is this too big? It's too big. It's cool though, and it matches, but it's not going to work. We'll have to cut that to use it. We have the Queen's Lift. She's too big for that page too. Okay, we have Start Today, and this will fit. So we'll take 4 of those. I like this list pad. I think this was either Dollar Tree or Dollar General. And so that will fit right in there. It will still look really pretty. And we've added some more journaling pages using note papers because I love to use note papers. I'm going to go ahead this time. Sometimes I'll just stack those one on top of each other with glue. But for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and use the stapler, and I didn't staple it to the paper, and that was just because I didn't want the stapler to be on the other side. Sheila, right now I do well, this one you don't have this one yet, Bonnie, but oh, are you talking about the fairies? The design team, you should be getting the pansy kit in the next day or two. Okay, you're talking about the fairies. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So this is a flip-flop. I call this a stack-a-note. Like I said, usually I will actually glue each page. I love that this actually has the little bubbles to mark off, and perfect for a list journal. So I did notice that we had this over here. So sometimes it's nice to have a list that you can take with you, even if it's just to another room. So using the cutoffs, because that's another thing that I do, is I try and use all my stuff. Oh, I think we'll get the cutter out. Yeah, the fairy kit is Flutters and Fairies, and it is it's butterflies and the fairy girls, and it's going to work really well. As you can see, it works really well with the pansy kits. So now there's 3 pansy kits. There's the pansy kit, which is the one that has the watercolor, looks like watercolor. It's actually egg dye paper behind it. It's the one that Bonnie made that beautiful journal out of. And those of you that finished your March journal from last year all received it as your gift in the VIP party for the March Stash Buster, or the Stash Buster Junk Journal Challenge last year. Okay, so I have taken the cutoffs, because, you know, I like to make sure that I use all those. I'm going to go ahead and rip this across. That was not a very good rip. And I'm going to pull this up, and this is a matchbook notebook, okay? So you pull this down like a matchbook, and you've got your papers. So a matchbook notebook, and we can just set it in there. And this gives us a little journaling thing, or a little thing that we can take with us. And yes, you can use my kits as many times as you want, however you want. You can sell things that you make with my journaling kits. Just don't sell my kit, okay? Just don't sell my kit. Okay, so little page, little ledger, big ledger. Like I said, I will make my big list usually here. We have a pocket here, so you're going to want to make sure that you go through and close up your pockets. I'm not going to waste your time by going through and closing all the pockets, but eventually all the pockets will get closed. Now remember, we have some big tags somewhere. Okay, so we can use this for backing. So we have these large tags, and they are going to work. Actually, okay. So if I took a paper and just glued this page to it, or if I had made it on cardstock, that would be even better. This again, this is part of the Vibrant kit, but you do get it in the fuzzy format in the antique pansy journal kit. And that one, if you finished your February journal this year, you got that digital kit in the party. Okay. So I'm just going to put this in here right now like this, but it should have a, it should be on cardstock, okay? But just so that you can see that you can add that, you could back it with lined paper. And so, okay, so here, okay. And then we have this. So this page, I'm going to want to do something with it, but I'll have to think about it. Okay, so we have that. We have, look at all these great lined pages we have. That is so awesome. So, and the thing about a list journal is it does not need to be as decorated as we decorate or as I decorate other things. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one this way. And the reason is because we're going to pull that, and then we'll be here, and then we'll pull this. And it just drives me crazy that I have two of the same thing right in a row. No big deal, but it just would make me crazy. It's just a thing of, yeah. Okay, so here is a Queen's list. It's the right colors. I just thought it was fun. And so it could go in here and it could be a stack of notes because it's the right colors. Anybody else hungry? I forgot to eat before. And I need to put snacks in here. There we go. So this is how I do the stack of note usually. Okay, so just gluing across the top and adding this in. I just like this because it's the right colors. Okay. I really wish I had done some of this on cardstock. I was like, do I have any fairies on cardstock? Fairies on cardstock. Fairies or butterflies on cardstock? I do. Okay, I have some fairies on cardstock. So this is also from the fairy kit, Flutters and Fairies. There's even a whole page of just butterflies that you can fussy cut in this kit. So there's that one, but I want this one. Okay. And, oh, I guess I can go ahead and cut down this side. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and rip. I like to rip things because it's faster, but also it's, you know what, it's like, can you rip wrong? I don't think so. So we're going to go ahead and add this as a little pocket here. Whoa. You should do that one day when you know that they're coming, Bonnie. Dress up and makeup. You know, well, the normal in a normal time, my husband would probably be bringing me lunch today, because they probably, after what they're doing today, would go and do a debriefing over lunch, and then he'd bring me lunch. But as times are, they're not going to be doing that. So, and his role today is to make sure that there is social distancing at this event, just to casually, nicely remind people. Okay, so here just made another little set of note papers. Again, remember, this is a list journal. So there. Then we have this that opens up. We can put something in there. I told you I'll probably add washi tape on top of those. I'll leave the any quotes, and yeah, so there's that. Now we have this way. I want to make sure I use all the stuff. I just really don't want, I have so many trays and baskets of pieces of projects that were the leftover pieces of the projects. And so now I'm putting things into the journals. So like you'll see a flip through of the journal, and then you also get the other pages and pieces that were left. So if there are any, because I'm trying to be vigilant about using all the pieces. So that's too big. It's probably going to need to go on this page. Well, what I'm going to do with this, I'll show you what I'm going to do with the center. Got to move you guys over. All of everything here is basically closed. Oh no. Where's my there it is. Look, where's my ATG gun? Okay. Got some tags. Okay, so since we have parchment paper and it is hard to glue to, I'm going to use my ATG gun. It is double-sided tape. Love this. And I probably should have put it on here instead of on the paper. Okay, so got it on there. Come over here. So this is what I use to put packaging into my journals, like the little plastic bags and things like that. Oh, stuck. And I'm just going to bring that over and down. Okay. And then pull off what was well, I'll know for the other one that the paper is actually shorter than the, you still get the sound, but now I have a pocket here, okay? And that made this page that didn't count, you know, and pockets are great. So you can do things like adding little file cards into a pocket. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here, but this time, now that we know that it's the paper that is smaller, go ahead and put the glue on the paper, which is, as you can see, much easier than putting it on the parchment paper. So it gives me a pocket on either side. It helps to decorate, and that gives us, I think it's a great center of our journal. Okay. So we have another pocket here. So all of our pockets can get things. Now here is our envelope, and we've got a pocket here, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up the side of the envelope before I glue. Okay, so that gives me that opening, and so that it makes it easier to put something in that opening. Okay, and then go ahead and add a hole. That makes it so much easier to put your things in and out of the journal. Okay, so we'll go ahead and glue this, and I do put my glue on the little part, and then you have to hold it for a little bit. That's okay. I think you're all just chatting and listening. Kelly, we're supposed to watch? That's okay. I'm at least getting something done while I'm here. Yay. It feels good to get, and it feels good to finally get to use, well, not finally, but to get to use this kit. So it's all good. So there's that envelope. So we have a pocket here that we'll be able to put something in, and a pocket here. It's exciting to have another ledger list pad, the other side of the blue pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and close that up. Okay. There's our little image from the Vibrant Pansy kit. And we could go ahead, you can attach this to your doily and have another pocket if you need one. And so here's our center. We have our center decorated signature ties. So that's something you have to do for your for the challenge. You need to have the decorated signature ties. Now this, I think I definitely want to add that. So I'm going to look for packaging. So I have this packaging. I'm going to put this behind my doily because you know the glue is going to seep through this doily when I put down this image. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue it at the bottom. And it'll be like a little tuck, but when we turn the page here, it will show up on the doily, not the white side. Okay. So, and I use this so that I don't end up with glue going through to the next page. Okay. Here we have another pocket. Go ahead and glue it down. We'll be able to put something pretty in there. So here is our envelope pocket that we made. I am going to go ahead and close off this side. But again, we have a place. These are too big. But you can tell I really want to use one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it down next to the little dots so we get the purple happening. Oh, I should have left that open, huh? Oh well, I didn't. Okay, so that'll fit in there. And since we have this out and we don't want to waste anything, we'll put that in there. Okay, so again, we'll be adding washi tape over the parts that we don't need, but it gives you and you can leave those if you want. And if you don't, there you go. You can go ahead and cover them. Okay, there's that beautiful page. So we were looking for a place to put our pansy in, and that's upside down. I didn't want to do it on that page, but I wanted it to go on that page. Let's see if there's... Oh, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Okay, so I'm looking for a page to add. I'm going to put it here. Okay, so we're going to do a double tuck, but we're going to put our envelope together a little different than what we would normally do, because our envelope is going to flap out this way. Okay, so I'm going to close this top part of my envelope. Closing the top part. This is the envelope that came from the digital kit. We'll close that out, and then we're going to turn this into a flap, or a tuck, actually. Okay, so I'm gluing it at the edge right here and across here. I'm going to go ahead and come in with my washi tape after. We'll do the washi tape after, but we have some glue down here, so I need to ball that up before it dries. And washi tape's going to go over this, so yeah, it's going to be fine. Well, here it is. Here's the double tuck. Okay, so double tuck, you use an envelope. I'm going to go ahead, and the flap side is going to be like this. This is going to be the flap is going to go over on this side. And you go ahead and on the flap, add glue along the edge about 1/4 of an inch up, 1/8 of an inch up, and then down the center. Okay, and then we're going to bring our flap over and put it onto our page. And usually I like to put this on a page that's like decorated. Here, someplace that you might not be able to write, but that's okay because you can still write behind this. Okay, so that is going to give us our double tuck spot. And I'm going to do something a little different than, because we need a little decoration here. I'm going to go ahead and add our little music piece here. I'm just going to go, whoops, I was supposed to go straight across the middle. Oops. Okay. then add it here. Okay, so that gives us a decoration in the middle. That's something we haven't done before, but it gives us some decoration to the envelope flap as well. Now we're going to pull this over, and we have added our envelope here. Now I'm going to go ahead and just for some stability, I'm going to add washi tape at this edge. Don't have to do this, but you know, stability is not a bad thing. Go ahead, fold it back over. And this now, the way that we put this back together, we have a tuck here, and then we can either open our envelope at the top or at the side. And we've done so many at the side, I think we'll go ahead and do this one at the top. And I'm going to kind of do it at a little bit of an angle. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so we have that. We're going to be able to put a card inside of here. Okay, and inside of here. And we have this beautiful image right here. All that from one envelope. Plus, we're going to come over here, and we now have places for things to go there. So I think we'll add a tag in here, and we can come back and decorate that. And I don't think they'll fit there. Oh, what did my camera do? Oh my gosh. Sorry. That's okay. Stay where you're. There you go. Sorry about that. I'm just making. I'm just making stuff. Okay, so we have this whole page of Flutter journal cards that we can use, and they are cut, they are on cardstock. So again, this is my old printer, so it'd be interesting to see new printer. Okay, so this is part of the Flutters and Fairies digital kit. All the digital kits are still on sale, 50% off while we're home. Okay. Okay, so you can just go ahead, and because of the way that we did that, I think we could, yeah, we can flip it up underneath that flap too. Okay. There we go. More listing pages. I wish I'd have picked out some other washi tape, like one of my skinny washi tapes. Okay, in a listing journal, I mean, some of these places you can go ahead and add more lined paper or one of the other things that's sometimes really fun is to go ahead and add one of these. Let's see. So don't forget all the white space. I saw somebody talking about white space yesterday. I think it was Danina talking about she's taking a class and something about not being afraid of white space. You guys, my house is all decorated. Apparently I don't like white space. So now on this, you can go ahead and leave it so that it comes open. You can make this a pocket. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on and say hello to the glue stick. Look at, isn't that pretty? Oh, I've got something to show you. I was playing with lace. So we'll go. By the way, yesterday, you guys, my son was trying to get a hold of me, so he was the reason I buffered a couple times. He was calling. And so then he was like, well, maybe she's online. So he came online and he was so impressed because there was more than 60 people watching me. He was like, wow, Mom. So thank you. Anybody that was here yesterday or today that watches my lives, you know, anytime that you can impress your kids, it's like made my day. He was like really very impressed. You were arranging your craft space but then Julie went live. That's funny. Okay, so I can, up at the top of this page, we can use, oh, we're getting the curl from the glue stick. It's okay, because this will get pushed down and the curl will go away. So it's all good. But I'm going to go ahead and find some kind of image to put up there. Even if it's can barely see through. Okay, so if we cut up there, fold down there, over there, and there. It's the most unusual way to hopefully this works. Here, let's put this up so that you can at least see. Okay, so I've got my straight line now. So I made these so you could fussy cut them, but it doesn't mean you have to fussy cut them. Let's see. Oh, I can see it. It's right there. I can see it in the light, but I can't see it when I get it over here. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. So just a little bit less than that right there. Just a little bit less than that. So this is an image off of the envelope page. So remember, I'm trying to use what I got. And that's dry. Glue stick. Using the glue stick, you guys, because I don't want to run out of glue, and it could happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it even. Oh, it goes over a little. That's okay. We'll just cut that off. So, who's going to make a list journal? As soon as, you will find out as soon as I can move the stuff that's in the way. Right now my back is hurt, and I can't move the stuff that after I cleaned out the area, then I needed to clean the hallway, and I put the stuff in front, and I can't lift some of the boxes that are there. So when my husband can help me, then I will. So I'm going to say probably Monday, because tomorrow's Easter, and I'm not going to be live. I will have a video for you tomorrow. I don't remember what letter I have. Oh, I have letter T. So for tomorrow. And okay. So I wonder if I can reach. Looking for smaller washi. So all I have is the big washi over here. Okay, so washi is a great way to add some fun and color. And you don't have to over decorate a list journal, Julie. Julie, you don't have to over decorate a list journal. It can be way less decorated, Julie. Okay. So the thing about the list journal is I like for it to be decorated because it makes me want to look at it, and then I actually get some of the things done that are in it. But the biggest thing for me about lists is just making the list. A lot of the times, just making the list will help me to get things done. So I don't know about you, but just writing it down. There's a book out there called Write It Down, Make It Happen that I have read many times. And it's so true. I have found it to be so true. So let's see. Some of the places you can put the larger things in. Oh, I like that. So of course you can add more everything if you want to, and you see we're still really, really good. Really, really good. And then you can just add a string closure, and you can add tabs and things like that if you like. So, I mean, literally, this is really, could be considered very done. Oh, my mom was a lister. And I'm so grateful because now I keep finding all of her lists. I found a Christmas list the other day from a couple years ago. That was pretty fun. And I'm putting together a little, oh my gosh, you guys, I found
I might have already told you this, but I found a folder where my mom was writing down the recipes. And so I think that's going to be this year's Christmas gift. I'm going to do that for everybody. And I think I'll probably do it in journal form, but I might do it with the photo album pages like I like to use. And put the ones, in her handwriting. So next, I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut these pieces out. You could rip them, which I am shocked that I'm not ripping them. I really have to fix it so the computer can be over there. Because like right now, I could be watching what you're saying and cutting, but I can't turn to the left and cut. Well, I guess I could, but you can't see me. Yep, I love to cross stuff off the list. That's the place. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. So, Sherry, there's a new pansy kit. Design team will get it in the next couple of days in the design team group. Okay, it might take me a couple days to put there's 47 files. So I'll start with the vibrant files for you guys. And and thank you for all that you do. And Kelly, you're in that. So thank you for all of you, all that you do. And so Kelly just found out that she's a design team member. She is a team member. So you guys, did you hear that little beep? That means my husband is home. And so I am going to put these in, put in a couple more cards. I'm going to recap what the mini challenge and the challenge is. And so let's go ahead and the mini challenge and the challenge. Number 2 for the April A to Z Junk Journal Challenge is going to be a list journal, at least 20 pages. Must include an envelope. You must use either a digital kit or magazine. So you have the choice, digital or magazine. You need to, we should write this down, huh? Okay, so let me tell you. Here we go. We are using 20 pages. Cover with 3 items on it. It can be, mine is 9 by 9, but you've also seen me make the smaller one. So you can do either, but not using 6 by 6 paper, but just, I think the other one was like 7 by 9 that I did. So actually just say 9 by 9, cover 9 by 9. Okay. 20 pages, cover with 3 items, must be bound, sewn. Okay, it's a challenge, right? So you can, if you have small pages in it, you're going to want to use like a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. But if you're just all the same size pages, you can do a 3 or a 2. So it must be sewn. Use some digi or magazine. So use some digi or magazine. 20 pages, cover, must sewn. Oh, and you need to decorate your center signature strings. Okay, so somehow, some way, your signature strings. Okay. And you must use an envelope somehow. Okay. And let's say a variety of lined paper. Be creative. Okay. So I showed you several types of lined paper here that you can use. And so this is the number 2 mini challenge in the challenge. Mini challenge in the challenge. Number 2. And we are making a list journal 9 by 9. So 9 by 9. Okay, so your cover is 9 by 9. Your pages 8.5 by 8.5 to 8 by 8.5, somewhere in there, so that they fit inside your cover. You see that this worked out really well. Okay, no creep. For your cover, your 3 items can include paper. Okay, so I have 4 items and stitching. So but you don't have to sew. Okay, so okay, so that is the mini challenge in the challenge, and the deadline for that is, oh, I have a calendar up here, April 17th. Okay, we're back to a Friday deadline. Okay, so here we go, and we'll go ahead and have a look at what we did. And of course, there's more. I can add more, and I'll do a flip through after I've added more. So I hope I think you should sneak into your room and create. It's different. Sewing and then sewing for a reason or a cause. It's kind of like when you're making stuff and it's for, because you've sold it, and then just making stuff for the pleasure of it. This for me was for the pleasure. I really wanted to use this digital kit. So, and I'm very excited. So there will be 5 of these. They will be available in my Etsy shop. And as soon as I get this one finished, and I'll do the flip through, and then I'll have 4 more, and they'll be available in the Etsy shop for sale. So this is Beauty, and we have the pocket in the front, and then we've used the collage page from the Vibrant kit here. We've made a matchbook notebook out of the cutoff pages and added it right here in this little side border tuck. Here's one of the images from the Fairy and Flutters and Fairies kit. Then we have some small ledger paper. I like to put the ledger paper with the numbers somewhere in the very beginning of my journal to be able to do my big list. So like if my list journal right now is that Daisy journal that I just made, and so I'll have some projects will be in there, and then you'll see there's lots of blank pages so that you can write. I will be the tags that will be in these will be cardstock. So, but I didn't have any cardstock printed yet. Is that just one page? Nope, there's 2 pages there. So this was steno paper. I'm going to do something here still. I don't know what yet. Here we have one of the flower fairies. We have a double flip-flop, a stack-a-note grid paper. So that counts as your lined paper. We have the extra print that was, actually no, that's in the center. But we have large tags there. And this was from the CVS paper. More steno paper. lined paper from a composition book. We have our Queen's List stack-a-note here with a flip, a pocket with some notes. Then the pocket is a, oh, not organized. From the Flutter and Fairy kit, and then this is from the new Vibrant Pansy, and we did a large flip there. This is from a journal that I had, an envelope, large envelope, and we made a pocket here. We folded it over and have a pocket here. Here's some more of the ledger paper, another pocket, and there's our doily that just is really fun to have in a journal. I might add that to it. I don't know. Here is our center of our signature with our decorated signature ties. Even has a little charm on the end, and we'll be putting a blue charm on the end of the other one. So we have double pocket here in the center. You can write here. You can add things to the pockets. And here we have another little tuck spot, a pocket here. Here's the other side of our large envelope, and we've left it open. I probably will add washi tape over that sticky, just so if it ends up somewhere humid, it doesn't stick to your paper. There's a pocket down here as well. Yeah, that's funny. So here we're going through the back side of all those papers. So here's our envelope from the digital kit. This is from the Vibrant, and we did it a little different. This time we did it so that there's a little pocket here. We added a pocket up there. Here's our double tuck. I put music across the bottom, and then added a couple of the journaling cards from the Flutters and Fairies digital kit, and they can just pop up right there. Added a little washi tape to our lined paper from the composition book. Here's our flip out. We added stuff to our flip out, and of course these are extra. You don't have to do this. Literally, when I bound this book, you could consider yourself finished. Close up your pockets, add some things to your pockets, and it could be finished. So here we have the grid paper, the other side. We added some washi tape to the back of this fairy, so that was one of the pages from the fairy kit. Bye, Kelly. So a couple of these are from the steno pad. And here we have another pocket that didn't get glued closed. So I will go through. I will be adding things to the pockets and maybe some stamping and washi. And so watch for the flip through. And I'll let you know when it's going to go up, because when it goes up, that means that these journals are ready and available in the Etsy shop. Okay, so again, there will be 5 of them, and they will have a tie closure. I didn't do that yet, but and then all the pockets will have something, and that is a list journal. So I think it ended up about like 24 to 25 pages, because we did connect a couple things to other things, because anytime that you have something small like this, you can connect it to the page next to it, and if you need more pockets, that's something that you can do. So there you go. And I'm going to want to, I think I'm going to want, I don't know. I love this just like it is. I might leave it and not add anything there, because I really like it. So that is how to make a list journal. Again, you can continue to add more stuff to it as much as you want to. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. And I hope you all have a blessed Easter and that you contemplate and enjoy our Silent Saturday. I saw a thing yesterday and it was really interesting, talking about how God was very busy on Friday and then he was silent on Saturday. And then he was very, very busy on Sunday. And so this is Silent Saturday. So thank you all for being here. Have a beautiful Easter. And if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when new videos go up. Again, I will have a video for you tomorrow. It is T. So the letter T for the A to Z Junk Journal Challenge is letter T. Trio of trash to treasure torn tucks. Turnover top tuck, tricky totem side border tuck, tiny triangle tuck. Using tunes, thread, and tickets. 2. We're going to make 3 of those. So 1 of each. And so that video will be up for you for tomorrow. And amen. He is risen. Have a beautiful day. Find something to celebrate every day. I always say that. Have a great day. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.